Okay, this video goes about the new radio from Yaesu, the mobile rig, the UHF FTM 500D, and I will explain some function and some settings in this radio, and more videos about this little and very nice radio will follow, and hope to enjoy my video here, and I wish you all the best. 73, here's Papa Alpha 5 Hotel Romeo. Yeah, okay, this is a Fox Tango Mic 500 Delta, and I will show you a little programming which is radio here, and it's very simple. It's not so very difficult to do that, and you have to push one button on this transceiver to come put all your channels in the memory, and you can write this in the memory with only one button. And how it works I will show you now. Okay, when you wish to put your frequency in a memory channel, in your memory list, then you go to the main dial and choose the right frequency. In that case here, the 144,550. And when you put this frequency in your memory list, that is a direct frequency, a simplex frequency. Then you have to go to your button Victor Mike and stroke Mike Whiskey, the memory button here, and push for 1 second, a long time. A pop-up window will pop up, and you can see your memory list there, and I have put some channels in my list. You can see that, and if you wish to put up your frequency in the list, the memory channel list, you can push again for 1 second on this button here, on this VM memory button, and then you store your frequency in your channel memory list. And when you go back, you have to push the back button. Otherwise, that is automatically go to the frequency. And if you find your channel, you can go on. You only have to do to push this button again for a short time, and then you can see your channel and your memory list. That is very easy because you have only one button to do that all. So for explaining again, you have to push, if you wish to store this frequency in your memory list, you go to the VM button here, you push for more than 1 second, a pop-up window will pop up here, and then you push again for 1 second this button, and then you have the frequency stored in your memory list. That is all. And if you wish to find your frequency in your memory list, you push for a short time, and then you can see your memory list and all the channels are there. And you can switch with the main dial here with the VFO knob between the channels. It's very easy to do that, and it's not complicated. Yeah, this radio, the FTM 500D, has a very big frequency range, and you can receiving some stations and signals from different frequencies with this radio and with different bands, and go up to almost 500 megahertz. And in the low frequency, I think it's 108 megahertz. And yeah, it's a very high frequency range, and you can listen to the air bands and to the amateur radio bands, of course, and some other stations there, what is in your neighborhood. And in my area here, we have the taxi drivers, and we can listen to the frequency is of 147.000, beginning the frequency in 147, megahertz in this area is the taxi radio, and below the frequencies in 1.20, 21, 22, 23 and so on is air radio, so you can listen to, and it's very nice to listen to this frequency sometimes when not so very much to do is on our frequencies here. And it's a very high frequency range on this radio, and that I like it. Maybe you like it too. This radio has a very sensitive receiver, and it's very good receiving, and the audio from this radio is also very nice, crystal clear, and very dynamic. So I like the sound from this radio. Yeah, the radio has an output power maximum 50 watts. 50 watts coming out on 2 meters, and almost 35 to 40 watts on 70 centimeters. And it's more than enough power to work some station far away. And I work here only on the direct simplex frequency with this radio, and some repeater in my area here. It's not so far away. I think it's 10 to 15 kilometers airline to the repeater here, the nearby repeater. What you can see on my frequency monitor, and that is my repeater is nearby, and I will put it my PDT now, and yeah, I put the frequency and the subtone for opening the repeater here is 67 Hertz, and you need that for opening the repeater. Okay, this is a repeater nearby here in my neighborhood, and you need the 67 Hertz subtone. And how I do that, to put the subtone and the frequency and the repeater shift, I will show you now. Yeah, first of all, you have switched the right frequency you wish to put in your memory list and your repeater list. And in my case is that this frequency what you can see, and therefore I need a subtone to opening this repeater, and the subtone is 67 Hertz. And I will show you. You push the function button for a short time, and then a window will pop up here, and you can see the subtone here. But first of all, you must to squelch tune enabled, and then you can change your subtone here. In my case is 67 Hertz, and that is enough. And then you go here to the back, and all is done. But have you done this frequency, then you must do that what I have said before with the memory button, which for the long time, and you store the 67 Hertz and the frequency and the repeater shift automatically in your memory channel list. Yeah, I think that is not so very difficult to do that, and you can see that. Yeah, that was a repeater speaking, and the radio has more than the one menu window. That is a quick window for setting up your repeater and so on and so forth. And when you wish to setting up the radio more than that, then you push for a long time, and you will see some other points, and the radio has 127 menu points, and you can choose what you wish to change this. And here you can see repeater shift frequency. You can manually put the frequency here, and you push again, and you can change your frequency. But in my case, that is the right frequency, okay? Yeah, in some cases you need another a repeater shift. And in my case, is that so? I live here in the border region, so I can switch between Germany repeaters and Netherlands repeaters. But the difference between both is that I need a frequency shift for Germany repeaters from what you can see 7.60 megahertz minus. But the Netherlands repeaters is only 1.6 plus above the frequency. So, and if you can setting up your radio for both repeater shifts, you can go here one step above, and you can see now it's minus, and you can change it to auto or plus. And then you can put your frequency in there and you will automatically 1.60 above the frequency. Okay, I hope you understand it. Yeah, and that is the whole thing when you're setting up your radio with a frequency in the repeater and repeater shift, and yeah, and how you must store this in your memory channel. So I go further with the radio and with some function. And when you wish to switch your frequency very quickly, you can push on the main VFO knob here, push. Oh no, that was wrong. So again, if you wish to change your frequency very quickly in megahertz, you can push the main VFO knob here. That is a big knob here, and you push, and then it will blinking, and you can change very quickly the frequency range. Okay, you can see that, and yeah, okay, you can see the very high frequency. So it goes very high, 999. Almost 1 gigahertz, and that is a very high frequency. And okay, that is a normal frequency here. Yeah, so, and you push here on this button, and you can change the frequency very quickly. You can see that. Okay. Push again and you burn back. And you can change the frequency here. And you can see when your repeater shift is put on auto, you will automatically in the area, when you come in the area with a frequency, automatically the repeater shift in minus 7.60 or what you have put on. That is in this case 7.60. Okay? Yeah, here you can see my frequency for my nearby repeater, and there is no repeater, no subtone, and therefore for explaining, I go here in this menu, and you will see the tone. You don't change the tone yet. You have to go here at squelch. One push, and then tone and code again, and then you can switch the tone frequency. One push, and you can change one push and back. You see, and then you have put the frequency in the subtone in the frequency, and when you push the PDT, then you will hear the repeater. That is very easy and no difficult to do that. So you have seen in some case you have the steps, the frequency steps. If you choose your frequency steps between 5, 25 or 12.5, you must go into the menu, long push on the function button, and you will see the menu point 32 and 33. By 32 you can change your time zone if you wish in UTC, and the menu point 33 is step, and you see that at the moment I have 25 kilohertz, and when I change it to 5 kilohertz I push again, and now I can change it, turn around to 5 kilohertz, push again, back, and you will see I can now change the frequency in 5 kilohertz. You see that? 5 kilohertz. But in this area we need 12.5 kilohertz. So you push for a long time, step once again, and now can you change your step in 12.5 kilohertz, again, back, and you can change the frequency 12.5. You see that? Okay, that is very easy to do, and yeah, I will in the next video explain a little bit more about this radio. Thank you for watching, and I wish you 73. Here's Papa Alpha 5 Hotel Romeo. Yeah, this video was about the radio FTM 500D, and I have a little explained the radio, the important things, and what you have to do with the repeater shift, with the frequency steps, and the subtone, and so on, and the function about this radio. The radio is very nice, it sounds very nice, and the monitor is very clear and good to see, and yes, and the touch sensitivity is also very, very nice. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Maybe you can give me a thumbs up, maybe you like the video, and we hear us on the bands. Here's Papa Alpha 5 Hotel Romeo 73.